You alright lads, this is the Geordie Jedi here doing my next game review. Bioshock Infinite 2, an outstanding game. 2K games, and in this case Irrational Games, doing what it does best. Messing with your head, messing with the story, making everything seem just incredibly surprising and crazy almost, but somewhat believable as well. You know, it's weird, it's brilliant. It's brilliant storyline. You know, everybody who's played any of the Bioshocks or any game that 2K Games has produced, really, because they produced Mafia 2 as well, which had, you know, that kind of story ending as well, as in, you know, surprise and crazy and random almost. Anyways, play a guy called Booker DeWitt, and that's about as much as I can tell you about the story. You know, for those of you who've played it, you know, you can't talk about the story whatsoever without giving something major away. It's that kind of thing. I mean, you know, for those, I mean, you can search it online for the story if you really want, but personally I wouldn't. This is one of the stories which you have to play, just so you know, just so it happened to you. Anyways, graphics, you know, something 2K Games does very well. Graphics are always brilliant. They're never extraordinary or revolutionary or anything like that, but they're always consistently brilliant and interesting. You know, they did it with Bioshock 1, 2 and Infinite and Mafia 2. You know, the graphics are always brilliant. There's never been any bad criticism about graphics, really. So, gameplay, you know, personally I really like this gameplay. It's very, very similar to Dishonored, as in, you know, a gun and a weapon, whether it be a sword, perhaps in Dishonored's case, or, you know, using the superpowers. You know, everything, you know, gameplay you can't have any fault on, really. There's no glitches, really. There's no confusing gameplay, you know, getting stuck in a corner, for example. The camera isn't too fast at turning around so that you get confused, but it's fast enough so that you can fight well. You know, again, brilliant. Some 2K Games does well. The story, you know, the story is extraordinary. This is one of the stories which you have to play. You can't read about it. You can't read a review about the story, you know, what happens in the story. I mean, you have to play the story. It's out of this world. It's amazing. It messes with your head in every which way possible. I mean, in particular, you know, I mean, Bioshock 1 had a brilliant, you know, crazy twist, turn and ending. Bioshock 2 did something similar. Mafia 2 as well did something similar, but you know, this is a whole nother level of extraordinary. What the hell's going on of Bioshock Infinite? You have to play the story. It's just one of those things. You know, I mean, well, that's about it on the story, I suppose, I can say. Pricing, when it first came out, it was pretty much standard. These days you can get it pretty cheap. You could get it for 20 quid, which is you know, really good for a game that isn't old. You know, it's not horribly old. I don't even think it's a year old by the time of this video releases. It's not even a year old. It's just an amazing game that will age well. There's not a massive amount of replay value unless you're that kind of person who likes to go crazy and that loves the gameplay. You know, as soon as you've played the story and you know the ending, it's very difficult to replay it unless you have a genuine interest in the gameplay, which in fairness I do a bit. So, you know, replay value's there, it's just for a specific kind of gamer. Anyways, it's been the Geordie Jedi. Leave a like if you want, subscribe if you want. May the Force be with you.